Hello, so we're going to be getting going on day 47 of Blueprints. Um, Day 46, there's a fly, sorry. Day 46 was, uh, took me a couple real world hours and everything, or more than that, but at the end, all that we really managed to accomplish, there was a few things that we were like almost accomplished or near miss on accomplishing, but what we ended up accomplishing was just increasing our allowance by 2 coins. So it didn't end up being all that great a day overall for the effort put into it. Day 47, we're going to try to do better than that. I don't really need my allowance to be like higher than it is now, so I'm not gonna. Not that I was making just day 46 all about increasing my allowance by 2 more coins, but that's just all that I ended up being able to do. But today, I really want to accomplish, narrative story goals, solve puzzles, get sanctum keys, or find safes, things along those lines. So our allowance is up to 41. We have 2 gems from Gemstone Cavern. We have 2 keys because we did draft a clock tower yesterday, and we ended the day with 2 rooms with the time, the clock icon, and we get to start the next day with a key for each of those. I did have a clock tower, and I was there when it was like 1:30 a.m. and nothing happened. I might still try to do it when in time for it to be 1:30 p.m. and see if 1:30 p.m. is different than 1:30 a.m. as far as how the clock tower behaves, because there really should be a sanctum key in the clock tower. We've got a note that basically says there's a sanctum key up high where all the clocks are. Well, there's only one place that I'm aware of that could possibly refer to, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure that refers to the clock tower. I just don't know how to get the sanctum key out of the clock tower. So, and the only clue I have to go on is that 1:30 seems to be a very specific time for that clock tower, because one of the clocks in it is frozen at 1:30, and then all the clocks in room 46 are frozen at 1:30 as well. So, okay. I'm not a fan of the hovel these days. I mean, early on when I was playing the game, I was a fan of the hovel, but I'm beyond that. So I don't really want to do the hovel anymore. Root cellar places to dig more dig spots. The root cellar itself will have dig spots, and there will be more dig spots in the house today. I'm trying to remember if I'm still blessed. I should have checked before but on the off chance that I am still blessed, I think this might be the last day that I've got the blessing of the gardener, which will give me more core yards, which are potential dig spots. So I'll do the root cellar and then hope that I get a shovel. Okay, so we've got like 6 dig spots here. No extra item in here today. That's fine. Okay. And yes, this is my last day blessing of the gardener. I'm glad I remembered that correctly. So I took the root cellar because I'm going to have a more frequent chance at multiple core yards today. And each of those have dig spots, and now they'll have more dig spots, right? So none of which will matter if I don't get a shovel, but we're going to hope that I can get a shovel. Okay. I'm going to start with a den. It's usually like a den or a hallway. So we either, right there in that spot, that position, it either gives us a gem or a key, and then it gives us the 2 doorways. Because the hallway is the same layout with a door here and a door here. And so that's generally, we're going to do one of those 2 right there. There's just no good reason not to. There's absolutely no reason, good or otherwise, not to. But then we come over here, and this can be a reading nook, it could be a parlor. In this case, it's going to be commissary, which is fine. Package would have items for us. No, but a package is too small to have like a shovel in it. So there could be a shovel in the bedroom, but we're going to just see if we can. I've got 41 coins. So, and 3 gems. So we're going to do the commissary because it will give us a doorway. It won't dead end us. And, whoops. Oh. I'm like using the wrong keys and going wrong places. Yeah, it's going to give us a shovel, which is good. And there's a dig spot. So yes, we will take a shovel. We'll take a set of gems. We'll take a magnifying glass. With my remaining coins, I'm going to go ahead and buy out the gems that it's got. So I've bought out the commissary entirely. And I've got 6 coins left. Now later, if I need coins and I'm like, I wish I hadn't spent all that money. But with 11 gems, I can basically draft whatever I want, right? And I don't have any particular way to get a metal detector. I might find one sometime today, but I'm not going to wait to find one before digging things up. Okay, so there was a brick in that case. But we'll just dig up spots as we go. In fact, before I get too far, what I will do is I'm going to go ahead and backtrack here because it's fewer steps now, honestly, to backtrack now. So I'll go ahead and backtrack now, go out to the root cellar, dig up all of those spots, then come back and I'll just start on this side. And then, you know, we might be able to fill out this side before we then come back around to the second row. So, but I can at least see what this room is. We don't have to walk into these rooms. We can just go ahead and draft them. Pantry would give me 4 coins, but it leads me here and I can already get to here from the den. So I think I'm going to choose, I'm not going to walk into it at the moment, but I'm going to choose a spare bedroom. This would give me stuff, but it would dead end me, and I don't want to dead end just yet. I don't get an advantage for dead ending today, like I did when I had the tomb and it would give me money to dead end. And we'll figure out what this room is. So this is going to be one of our courtyards, right? And we'll go ahead and do that. And that will have dig spots and something else. This one I am going to walk into right now. Because either the room I draft here will connect back to the entrance hall, or it won't and I'll backtrack. But either way. Oh, look, we got a metal detector. Cool. So now what I might want to do is hold off. Because if I get a workshop, I'd rather have a detector shovel before I dig up all of these spots, now that I have a metal detector. So I'm not going to dig up these spots, and I won't go outside and dig up those spots. I'll try to get a workshop first. And I'm not desperate. Like if I get desperate, if I like run out of keys and have no way to get keys, then I will, I can go back and dig up those spots when I'm desperate, right? But right now I'm not desperate. And those, if they're not going to give me trash, they'll give me a coin or 2 or a key. But with the metal, if I have a metal detector or a detector shovel, it'll be more likely to get those things when I dig up. Okay. So now we're going to come over here, and I want something that goes up here more so than I want something. I don't need something that connects back to the entrance hall because I can backtrack, and that's fine. I just need something that will go up, right? I need to go up even more than I need to go this way. Okay, well, here's the deal. Coat check gives me a battery pack. I know I need a battery pack. But I'm going to choose this courtyard right here instead right now. I will eventually get the battery pack and the battery pack and metal detector. No, battery pack plus. It's not battery pack plus metal detector. It's battery pack plus compass. So I need a compass. I need a battery pack in the same day that I get a compass. Well, I haven't been able to buy a compass. So if I find a compass, it makes it more important to get the battery pack. But the problem is if I do coat check right now, if I did coat check right now and took that battery pack and never found a compass today, then that battery pack wouldn't be in the coat check the next time I find a compass. So I want to find a compass first and then do the coat check to get the battery pack. Sledgehammer so we can break open trunks. That's good. I'm not going to dig up these spots. And I'm not going to go up here just yet. I'm going to come over this way first. No, I will go ahead and draft this room. I'll figure out what this room is. Because nothing I discover over here is going to change what my options are for this room here. And it's not going to connect me to the foundation. That's what I needed to know. I wanted to know, can I connect to the foundation over here? No. Or this way? No. So I need to prioritize connecting to it from this direction over here. Reading Nook. Okay, this will give me 4 coin and bend me back this way. This will give me a key and bend me back this way. A key until we have a lockpick kit, or we do a security office and have a key card, or something. Keys are higher priority than coins at the moment. Once we encounter a locksmith, then we will have wished we had more coins. But I'm not going to walk into it. Well, yeah, I'm not going to. Well, shoot. Do I want that key? No, I'm going to hope that 2 keys is enough for this area here. Yeah, I'm not gonna walk into it. I lie. I will walk into it. Shit. Pick that up. And figure out what this room is going to be. I don't need the library, other than it would go up, which corridor takes me over here. I think I want corridor more. I want the ability to get over here more. But I'm not going to walk into it at the moment. Okay, but I have a straight path down to start building out the east wing. So let's do that. Would dead end me. I don't want a dead end. I'd prefer something that went straight through, but that's not an option. So we're going to do billiard room, which is fine. It'll give us keys and metal detector saying we've got something immediately, right? Last time I was in this room, the metal detector went off. I couldn't figure out what it was pointing me at. Oh, there we go. It's a coin. There. That's not where it was last time. Okay. We need to solve this so many times for a trophy anyway, but also we want the key. We want the keys or whatever key or keys that it's going to give us. So 19. 14 minus 2 is 12. Times 2 is 24. Divided by 8 is 3. 2. Minus 10 is... Wait a minute. 2 minus 10 is negative 8. Times 12. That doesn't make sense. 2 minus 10 would be negative 8. Is there some other color or something I'm missing somewhere? Some other... What am I missing? Negative 8. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yellow would be minus. This is saying 2... Pink is multiplication. Yellow is subtraction. It was just confusing me what I would, okay. What it wants me to do is go inward to outward in that order, but use the colors for the operations. So blue is plus, pink is times, yellow is minus. So it's 2 times 10 is 20. Minus 12 is 8. This is the first time that they've had us do the multiplication before they've had us do the subtraction. 4 times 2 is 8. Minus 7 is 1. Okay. Secret garden key. We've got shovel. We could do, if we make a detector shovel, dig spots. That's all good. Let's figure out what this is. Courtyard leads back this way. It doesn't lead up. This dead ends over here. This dead ends. We don't want a dead end, so we're going to do courtyard. I got to watch my gems because I'm not getting special flowers, so I'm not getting the gems back. When I had Florealis or whatever and I got special flowers, we got the gems back. This is not giving me a trunk, nor is it giving me... It usually gives me some special item, but this time it's not. I don't see a special item. Although my metal detector is going off, so what am I missing? Oh, just a coin right there. Huh. Courtyard has always been giving me some special item over in this corner. But I guess it's, it's not giving me a trunk, but I've got a sledgehammer, a metal detector, and a shovel already. So it can't give me any of those things. Weird. Or, you know, I say weird, I just mean that's not been the pattern. I don't particularly need the pool. Because I don't need the pump room. But what I do need is doorways. So I'm spending the gem on the pool just because it gives me a doorway here and here, essentially. But it also has trunks. It does have trunks. It's not useless. Oh, there's a key. That's nice. So with the drained pool, and with the swim trunks that we bought from the gift shop, and we've got sledgehammers. All right, restock our gems. That's good. Yeah, we want all of this stuff. Alrighty. So what's it? Metal detector is still going off. I'm not sure why. saying there's something I haven't picked up, or is it literally just the trunk is setting off the metal detector? That doesn't quite make sense. Usually once I've picked up all of the things... Did I leave something in the trunk? I don't think so. There's something else down here? I mean, I do realize that there are metal bits, broken locks, but I thought the metal detector just always went off once we picked up everything that could be picked up. But whatever. It's just, yeah, really, because the metal detector doesn't go off at every single occurrence of metal anywhere in the house, really. It's usually just metal things that we can pick up. Okay, so I'm going to do the observatory. I'm going to do the observatory because I want the Florealis, because I want the special flowers in the green rooms. There's nothing extra here. Okay. Let's see if we can get Florealis. It doesn't look like reading Florealis, but we did get Diamondus Major, Key, Diamondus Minor, and Sale. Well, I already bought out the commissary, but the sale will be good if we get another shop today, right? But we don't have Florealis. We don't have the special gem flowers for green spaces, so that's a little disappointing, but it is what it is. All right, go over here. Gift shop. Basically, if I got a lot of money today, I could buy their plushie from the gift shop, but that doesn't, in which unlocks their mode, but I don't really want to, you know, quit this game and start a new game in their mode at this point in time. So I'm not really inclined to do the gift shop. I'm more inclined to do like the showroom. If the showroom comes up, I'd get that, and then I try to find some way to make a bunch of money, right? If I can, or the locksmith, you know, or something, you know. Bookshop I don't really need. I bought all the books already. So do I want a courtyard or do I want a parlor? Well, I have 17 gems at the moment, and I've already got the trophy for the parlor. I mean, there's no reason not to do the parlor, because the parlor gives us 2 gems regardless of whether we have the trophy or not, and they're fun puzzles. But I want the extra doorway going up. Here we go. Ooh, key card. Love it. Love it, love it. All right. So let's try to get over here. Extra coin. I'm still not digging up the spots because I still want a workshop. We like pantry here because it's going to give us a doorway here close to the foundation, and because you know, 4 coins, and I'll have a piece of fruit we can eat for steps. So it's all good stuff. Perfect. Okay, perfect. We want security. It's not even up for debate. So, 2 things we're going to do in security. Pick up coin for 1. And yes, there are dig spots in the foundation, which we're not going to dig up just yet. So, view our estate inventory. We've missed a coin and car keys somewhere. Well, that's interesting. There's a coin and car keys just hanging out somewhere. I need to find those, you know, potentially. But, like, oh, excuse me. I didn't mean to exit out. But because we have a key card, hello. You know that courtyard where I said there was no special item? Maybe the special item was car keys and I just didn't see them because they were so small. So that's something we can check. Oh, no, we don't want to change it to low. We want to change it to high because I have a key card. We want more security doors and less doors that are locked with the keys. I'm going to change the offline mode. We're always going to change it to unlocked regardless. I don't think anything takes our key card away, but there's just no reason for the offline mode not to be unlocked. And then we're going to start the lab experiment for the day. And we're going to hope for a lab experiment that I can trigger. Each time we unlock or bypass a security door, well, we have a key card. Each time we eat an apple. So I'm going to do this one because we have a key card, and so let's go up high and we set the security settings to high security. So we should start seeing more security doors, and we have a key card to unlock them. So every time we unlock it, yeah, let's set our reroll dice to 2. Okay. Good stuff. Let's do that. Alrighty. So, I'm here. This courtyard, we're going to go over here and maybe connect back to here. Maybe this courtyard has the car keys, but you know, we're not going to waste steps to like backtrack because we don't need the car keys at the moment, but if we get a garage, we'll want those. But it's good to know that there are car keys somewhere if we find the garage. The garage is typically drafted over here somewhere, right? This is typically one of these will give us the option of the garage, which is a dead-end room that gives us keys. But it also can have the trunk on the back of the car if you have car keys. Drawing room costs a gem, gives us a gem back, gives us a redraw here. Solarium, super nice. But I want the doorway up here, so I'm going to do the drawing room at the moment. And hope that the solarium comes back around, like it's still an option. It might not be. I might have given up my one opportunity to get the solarium today, but we'll find out. All right. So, courtyard again. Sure, why not? Before I go there, just make sure I didn't miss anything in this room. I don't think so. And we are connected to this courtyard, so I'm just going to pop down here for a moment. Oh no, this one had a trunk. This isn't the courtyard. I guess it was this courtyard that we thought had nothing in, but might actually have car keys instead. Okay, my bad. Wasted steps. So we go here. And this courtyard has a trunk. With some reroll die and stuff. And then I want to go this way. Okay. We're going to do the walk-in closet. I want the 4 items, and dead ending here is not the end of the world because we can still go here and we can still come over here and we can get to this spot from this doorway here. So dead ending here doesn't really negatively impact us. Now, unfortunately, I don't think the sleeping mask is a useful item for steps later in the day. And then that's worth steps. Yeah, okay. The question now becomes, because I'm not going to use a reroll die on this. Do I want to get over here, or do I want to get up here? Greater chance of finding items in green rooms. Well, 8 core yards, because of the blessing of the gardener, 8 core yards were added to our draft pool, but we've already drafted 5 of those. So there's 3 more core yards that we can encounter today, and they might have more items, right? Plus we've got a secret garden key, so we might do a secret garden at some point. So I don't think that's bad. I think that's a decent option. And we're at 54 steps right now, so the bedroom's not super critical at the moment. So we'll do this veranda. The other thing I could have done is a secret passage and chosen shop type. You know, chosen gold as the color room I want to draft. But I did not do that, right? I did not. Do I want a secret garden here? Sure. We'll do a secret garden because it should have a doorway up and... Yeah, it has a doorway here and here. Yeah. This broken hand lever we're probably getting because we have increased chance of getting items in green rooms, and this is a green room. I say green room, it's a green outdoor space, but it counts as a green room. We'll open this because there's no reason not to, but this is the one on the west side, and we are presently on the east side of the house. But at some point we might backtrack or connect back over to the west side. There are so many dig spots, and I have a shovel, but I'm not digging them up yet. If we end up with a shop, we might very well see. This is irritating to me. I set security level to high, and I have a key card, and I'm high up. So why is it now the game is choosing to give me doors locked with keys as opposed to security doors, when other times when I don't have a key card and I set the security level to low and I have plenty of keys, it gives me security doors that I can't open. So it's like the game, I really do think the game cheats to an extent. It knows what resources I have and then says, so we're gonna make it more challenging by giving you obstacles, that require keys rather than key cards and stuff. I don't need the lab, but the other 2 are dead-end rooms. This would let me potentially turn gems into money or something, or money into keys or something. But I do like the idea of starting the next day with 20 extra steps. And I don't really need the lab because it's just going to go up here and I've already started the lab experiment. So I'm going to do the sauna. And I'll walk into it just in case there's something to pick up, like a gem. Okay, sure. But I don't have to end my day in the sauna. I'm going to get those 20 extra steps tomorrow regardless. Use a key. Would dead end me, moves, takes me over here. That's fine. We'll do the parlor. No, detector saying, hey, here's an extra coin. And then, let's see. The empty boxes are both true. That's either true or false. This is not an empty box. That is either true or false. The gems are in the black box. That is either true or false. Well, here's the deal. If this is true, then this is true. If this is false, then this is false. So the truth value of these two boxes is the same, which means this has to be the opposite truth value. Well, if this is true, and this is true, and this is false, the empty boxes are both true, is false. That works because that would be an empty box is true and an empty box is false. So the empty boxes are both true would be false. So that works. But if this is false and this is false, so if this is false, then the gems are not in here. If this is false, the gems are not in the black box. So we don't know where the gems are, but they're not in the black box. If these are both false, then the gems are not in the black box, which means that this is true. The empty boxes are both true, but there has to be two empty boxes and so if there's only one true box, then both empty boxes can't be true. So what has to be the case is that this is true and this is true and this is false, which means the gems are right here. Okay. I wonder how many of those different prompts they've had to, create, logic puzzle prompts they've had to create, but cloister. I want a showroom, but I don't want to block out these two rooms. I don't know if I'm going to have enough coins to really buy anything meaningful in the showroom other than the moon pendant, which is still useful, but I'm going to do the cloister because it gives me a doorway up over here and a doorway through to here. I mean, showroom would give me a doorway through to here, but this is giving me a doorway up over here. And then I can do the little secret thing, and I know that I can get in, and I can dig out. Okay, they gave me a security door, finally. Over here. Yay. I can open this. Let's see if this requires a key. It does. Let's not use that key just yet. But let's go over here. Unless I redraw or do dark, I could do dark room, but then I can't see what these rooms are. But they would at least be rooms. This is better if drafted next to a bed, adjacent to a bedroom. Vault gives me 40 coins. Which if I end up with the showroom would be a good thing, I think. Or if I end up finding a safety deposit key would be a good thing. So we'll do the vault and see and hope that this these doorways here and over here will get me up. We'll build out this area of the house. So vault. I've got reroll die. Well, my reroll was 2, and it's now 2 again. Yeah, I found 2 reroll die, but then I used a security door. I should have used my reroll die before using the security door. I forgot what my experiment actually was, but it is what it is. Because I could have had 4 total. Oh, there's a trunk right here with more coins. Cool. Sadly, not a safety deposit key, though. Okay. Yeah, so if I had remembered what my lab trigger was and waited on this, then I could have used my 2 reroll die, then come and trigger that. But I didn't. Okay, we're going to use the key here. And then I could either do courtyard or I could do aquarium. I'm going to do one of those 2. Aquarium would count as a bedroom, so I would get extra steps for stepping into it with my sleeping mask, right? Plus, it will have a dig spot. It may have an extra item. Courtyard's just going to have more dig spots, and it's going to have potentially a special item as well. Or extra item, because we've also got the veranda, greater chance of finding items. So we'll do the courtyard. No, aquarium counts as a green room as well. Whether it's a courtyard or aquarium, it counts as a green room regardless. Okay, so the advantage of the aquarium is I get extra steps. The advantage of the courtyard is I get extra dig spots. And maybe a trunk or something. I will take the... I will do the aquarium here. Okay, compass. So now that we have a compass, we want to do the code check to get the battery pack if we can get a workshop. So we need to get a workshop. Okay. What's this room? Finish out this corner. It's dead end, whatever it is. This would give me a bunch of gem, or 3 extra. It cost me 5. Give me 8. Kitchen lets me buy food. I don't really need a planetarium. I could spend a redraw, but I want to save my redraws. So we'll do, I've got 50 steps at the moment, so we'll save kitchen for later. Because these have doorways, so drafting either one of these into a dead end room is a bit of a waste, but the trophy room doesn't come up all that often, so yeah, we have like 3 trophies. And we need like 8 for some special to trigger some special benefit. I forget what it is. But yeah, so we have this trophy, and this trophy. This one we will get in due course. This one I'm working on if I can get the drafting studio more often, do the drafting studio more. This one I've been very close to multiple days and been like 1 room shy. So this is another one I'm trying to keep available for today. I'm trying to, fill every crook and cranny of the house if possible today. It's not my highest priority, but it's something I'm keeping in mind. And then this is the one that like I now have the compass. So now if I get the battery pack and I get a workshop, then I could complete this trophy today. This one I looked up, and this requires doing like 20 dead end rooms in a single day, which is probably something I want to wait for when I have the tomb and I get coins for those dead end rooms. I don't necessarily want to try for that. I want to wait until it's a tomb day and then maybe try for that one. This is a way late game one for us, and so forth and so on, right? And then these are just basically not going to happen, except for maybe the diploma trophy. If I can get another schoolhouse day, get a complete schoolhouse day. Alrighty, but we are done with this side of the house. So basically what I need to do is I'm going to come back through to here and start building off of the foundation this way. I'm going to dig spots along the way, even though I don't have a detector shovel yet, because I don't want to have to backtrack all the way, stepwise and come all the way to do that. So I'll just do those on my way out to save me the steps. And it means that I will probably get, I'll get less value out of these dig spots than if I had a detector shovel, but it is what it is. Something is better than nothing, right? Some value is better than no value, so we're just hoping they're not all trash. We get a couple coins here and there. I got to remember that I've got a bunch of dig spots in that exterior outdoor room as well. But I'm not going to do that right this moment because I'm still hoping to get a workshop and make a detector shovel. Ooh, deposit key. We need to take that to the vault. Absolutely we do. Yeah, that might lead to a sanctum key if we're lucky. Or get us closer to. We might have to do a few more deposit keys before it finally gives us the sanctum key. But, if that's the case, then we got to use every safety deposit key we get, you know, to increase those odds, right? So we're here, the vault is here. So I am going to right now backtrack over to the vault. And then I will come back and continue my little journey this way. All right, we have 233. Allowance token, a shit ton of money, and a Fenari's passport. And it's a compromised, it's another identity for Marion Marigold, but it's a compromised one. She's had so many fake passports. I tell you what. This was 233. Okay, Gray Daniels. It's just another one of her fake passports. One of her fake passports had a clue. This one, it doesn't look like does. Like had a... Oh, but it was a... I think it was a clue we'd already used. So this was not the... Not the... We didn't get the Sanctum Key. We did get an allowance token. So our allowance is up to 43. And we got a bunch of money. So if we get a showroom, that's great. But it wasn't the Sanctum Key. So we need more safety deposit keys to make or to eventually stumble on the Sanctum Key. But we had to try. We have... If they were just going to keep giving us... the key that, you know, the one that doesn't lead to the Sanctum Key until we use them, so we have to play the game. We have to play, you know, their game and do it one key at a time and work our way up to the Sanctum Key. Okay, so we've dug up all the spots here. Now we're going to dig up the spots in the veranda because we're not likely to come back this way. I may have missed this apple first time around, or maybe it wasn't here, but it is now. We're going to eat that. Okay. Sometimes the lab experiment says, oh, when you dig up rubbish, you get this benefit. And that would be, you know, this would be a good day for that. All right. I'm going to dig up this one. Alrighty. So then we're going to go to the drawing room and then over to security. Yeah, we're just going to go to drawing room, over to security, over to foundation. I won't dig up these four just yet. drawing room. Oh. Yeah, we did something that spread fruit throughout the house, I guess. Oh, Secret Garden spreads fruit throughout the house. Duh. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, Secret Garden spreads fruit throughout the house, so that's where all that fruit's coming from, which gives us steps, which is good. Banana. Now let's take a look and see what our what items we had missed. So there's 6 more fruit. There's 5 coins somewhere, and 1 card key. So I've missed some coins somewhere. Okay. And card key somewhere. Okay. The coins I'm surprised about because I have a metal detector, so my metal detector should have gone off. But maybe that's in the pool. Because the metal detector kept going off in the pool, but I kept not seeing what it was setting off. So maybe it's coins in the pool? Who knows? I am not going to dig up the foundation at the moment. I really want a workshop. We'll do the hallway. It gives us a key. We'll go over here. I'm okay to dead end this for the package. Yeah, we'll take our package. I don't know what the items are, but you know, that's the point. Amateur lockpick kit and 2 gems. Okay. Maybe not worth the dead end room, but you know, it is what it is. I don't think there's anything extra here. I made my choice. Okay. Basically, I'm counting on being able to get over here from this, from these doorways here to this room, and that might not happen. But now let's try to fill in this area from this doorway here. Where are we? There we go. Okay. Dining room is good. Yeah, we like a dining room. We should be able to get our lunch. Oh, we can get lunch and dinner. We can get lunch and dinner because, yeah, we've been all the way to the top. We ate our lunch. We're going to eat our dinner. I'm going to have it now, even though I'm looking... Well, I'm wanting a showroom, and it's going to give me 10 extra steps if I do the showroom. I'm not desperate. I've got 62 steps, so I have not eaten dinner yet. I'm going to make a note of that. Once showroom, and then I can cross that out if I ever come back and eat dinner. Okay, but yeah, I'm at 62 steps. I don't need to settle for 20 when I could potentially have 30 more steps. Coat check. We'll do the coat check and get the battery pack and just really, really hope for a workshop at some point today. Okay. And then we need to remember to like check an item at the end of the day that we want, you know, to be able to retrieve on a future day, because that can be useful. Um, Lockpick kit's almost useless at this point. I like the courtyard because it's going to let me get over here, and I don't know that there's another way we're going to do that. Again, it doesn't look like they're giving me a special item, unless it's just small and I'm not seeing it. I'm not digging up these spots just yet. Is there no special item? I really thought the courtyard was always giving me a special item, but I'm not seeing it unless I'm blind. And metal detector's not going off, that's for sure. Plus, also, green rooms are supposed to get an extra special item. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms per the veranda. Unless they're saying that increases dig spots, like extra items include dig spots, but I wouldn't include dig spots as an item. Weird. Okay. It is what it is. Study was not horrible, but I don't want a dead end. Maid's chamber, nah. Chapel, losing a coin each way is not the end of the world. So for the extra doorways, we'll do the chapel. But according to metal detector, it's probably going to give me some coins back or a key or something. Has dig spots. I'm going to put chapel has dig spots because it doesn't normally. Okay. No, before I go up, let's look down. Gift shop, I have enough money, I could buy the Dare plushie, but I really want a showroom. So, yeah, I don't think but the gift shop doesn't cost me anything, and it gives me a doorway. It gives me a doorway over here. So I would do the gift shop, I just won't necessarily buy anything in the gift shop. I think that's a fair use of the room. So let's see what it's got. So, Swimbird plushie, which is what will unlock Dare mode, that's 110. It's a permanent addition to master bedroom. But I might buy it if I have nothing else to spend my money on. So just if I don't get a showroom, I'll come back to the gift shop and buy the plushie, right? But I really would prefer. Okay, so this is where we could do garage, and there's car keys somewhere in the house. But we do need kind of keys because they've been hitting us for keys. So I'll do the garage, and then I wish I had the car keys. I wish I knew where they were. I'm gonna lose a bunch of steps trying to find them at some point. Trying to find those car keys. Where are those darn car keys? Because I cannot open this until I have the car keys. Dig spot in the garage, I'll write that down. Alrighty. But that was a dead end, so that means this whole area can only be accessed through this doorway here, and I might need to spend reroll die on that. We'll go this way first. We've seen one security door. I put the security level at high, and I have a key card, and we've seen one security door. It's really not fair. Okay, boiler room gives me a doorway here. Gymnasium will give me a doorway here. We've opened up, because of the secret garden, we've opened up to the antechamber over here. We don't have a reason to go to the antechamber today yet. So I'm more inclined to go over here. Alrighty, so we're going to... just in case it matters, like sending power this direction doesn't matter because that's a wall. Sending power to chapel I don't think does anything, but we'll send power over here. So that is center, left, right. So this is activate, send it to the right. That doorway there. Just in case it makes a difference, you know, might as well. No reason not to. Dark room will carry that power. Bedroom gets us up. Dark room, we can't see what we draft yet, but it would give us a door up and a door down. The door down, I almost don't care what it is because it's dead end regardless. Or I could redraw right here. Huh. I'll make that decision, but I'll be right back. All right, if I redraw, there is no guarantee that on the redraw I will get something that will lead both up and down. So I will take the dark room and I will trigger it. Okay. And this is a access card doorway. Okay, so this one is an access card doorway, which will set my reroll die back to 2. So I don't want to do that yet because I want to use my reroll die first. Power is being sent both those doorways. But I won't be able to see what I'm drafting, so I don't want to draft either doorway yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to backtrack. I have 52 steps, and I can go to the dining room if I need to get more. But I'm going to backtrack and back basically over here. It's going to be a long backtrack. And I probably will dig up stuff along the way, but well, maybe not, because if I backtrack over here, I'm going to have to backtrack back again over here. So I won't dig up stuff along the way because I can dig up stuff on my way back. But what I want to do is come over here and then like fill in here and see if any of those are going to end up being a utility closet, because if so, then I'll just turn power back onto the dark room, and then I'll have informed choices when I do this corner. So that's the thought, because I was gonna have to backtrack over here at some point anyway, so might as well just do that now before I make these decisions. It would have been nice if this was like not a dark room and I could have just filled in this corner and then just kind of come over here and made this the last part of my day, but it didn't work out that way. I didn't choose to work it out that way. I'm still not digging up those spots because I still might end up with a workshop, and I have to come back over here anyway. I'm going to go through the dining room. I am not going to eat yet because I should have plenty of steps to get over here and back again. So I'm not eating that meal yet. And what I will do is I'm going to go... So if I go, I'm going to go to the hallway. I'm going to go to the foundation. Because I have to. But then the question is... Now, here's the question. Here's what I'm calculating. From here, this backtrack is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. Or from here, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what really matters is the count to the entrance hall. I have to get to the entrance hall before I do anything else. So it's 7 from here. It's 7 to the entrance hall. 1, 5, 6, 7. If I go down the foundation, go outside, come back in the entrance hall, that's going to be fewer steps. But if I go this way, I can look for car keys along the way because I've missed car keys somewhere. So I'm gonna go this longer way and look for car keys along the way. It's not that many more steps. So first of all, and there's also coins to be had somewhere, supposedly. So there's 6 fruit, 5 coins, 1 car keys. Okay. And I'm going to confirm, I did set the access level to high, right? The key card. Yeah, I did, and it's just pretending that it's low. The game cheats, I swear the game cheats. Okay. On the day that I have a key card, it's like, nah, we're not going to do a whole lot of security doors today. You said high, so we went low. When you say low, we go high. Do I double check the pantry? Or do I double check the drawing? Because it can go this way or this way to get over here. I'm gonna double check the pantry. Okay, it's not put an extra piece of fruit, but I'm also not seeing car keys or anything. Okay, there is a piece of fruit right here, banana. We'll eat that. I'm not seeing car keys or coins. Supposedly there's car keys and coins, and I don't think it's including dig spots when it gives me that inventory. But it might be. It might be including dig spots. So I'm not likely to come back this, or no, I am likely to come back this way again. Right? Once I get over here, I guess I would maybe come back this way, or would I go out the entrance and come in the foundation? I think I'm just going to go ahead and dig up these spots just in case it's counting buried car keys. I doubt it, but just in case. That was a bunch of nothing right there. But we've dug up that one, and then we come this way and we'll dig up this one. Now here, my metal detector goes off. Oh, is it just this coin here? Is that what it's saying I missed? Okay, that was the whole deal, was what that metal detector was. I missed the coin down there. Yeah, see, it's no longer going off down here. So it is about stuff that I can pick up and haven't picked up. That's what the metal detector is going on about. There might be a piece of fruit in the observatory, but I'm not going to, you know, spend the steps to check. Come over here. There's definitely a banana. We'll eat that. And again, I don't see where the car keys are. This is the one that did not have a trunk. One of two that did not have a trunk or special item. So I'll just dig up and see if there's car keys. But I don't know where these supposed car keys are. Because I really don't think the inventory check is for things buried. I don't think it includes buried stuff. Could be wrong. Alrighty. And metal detector should go off if there's car keys around, right? Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to go to the billiard room. There's a piece of fruit here in the billiard room. Metal detector is not going off. I don't think their car keys are here. Where are the car keys? Alright. We're going to the entrance hall. And I could go here to here, back down to here. That'd be 1, 2 extra steps. I've got 56 steps. I'm fine to do some extra steps. I could go here over to here, but I want to go to the spare bedroom. I want to come over here this way. But I'll go boom, 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 boom. And I think I'll dig up along the way. Car key. Interesting. Okay, key, regular key, that's fine. No piece of fruit in this courtyard, spread to this courtyard, interestingly. So now we're going to check this courtyard. Again, I'm not seeing a piece of fruit spread to here. I mean, I don't want to call the security office a liar, but where are these supposed car keys? I mean, maybe the reading nook? No, the detector is not going off, so I don't think there's car keys here, and I'm not seeing any piece of fruit or anything. Okay, commissary. No piece of fruit. I've dug that up already. I bought out everything the commissary is selling. Oh, spare bedroom has the car keys. I don't think walked into the spare bedroom. I did not walk in the spare bedroom. That's where the car keys are. Okay. I like drafted it and then I was like, I'm not walking into it at the moment. I don't need to dig this up right now because I'm going to have to backtrack anyway, and I'll do that when I backtrack. I was digging up the other spots because I thought maybe, buried car keys, but no. I don't think security office detects buried stuff. Okay. Here's our issue. Comes back around, not letting us up here, so I'm going to redraw. I don't want to freeze. I'm going to redraw, and then I'm going to be out of redraw die, and I'm going to be very sad. Okay, gymnasium. Lose 2 steps. We'll do it because it gives me a doorway. I'm not happy about it, but we'll do it. I'm not happy that I had to use both my redraw die. West Wing Hall will let me access here and here, so that's what we're doing. And then they're both going to be dead-end rooms. So I'm not going to dig this up at the moment. What is this dead-end room? I've yet to see a workshop. Right? And I don't have any more reroll. I don't have any more reroll die, so I'm just at the mercy. Spreads keys, but it also have things that I could find in the lockers potentially. But I don't think I need things at the moment. But it's still maybe better than getting a gem from the boudoir. So. I don't know what this does. This handle. Or is it just saying that this would go to the foundation, but it's a blocked wall? Maybe that's all it's saying. This is what a blocked wall to the foundation looks like, maybe. Okay. That's probably all it is, because we saw that in the dark room when it was a blocked wall to the foundation. I thought it was significant, but it's probably not significant. Okay, I have a bunch of keys at the moment. Let's see what this last room is. I've got plenty of steps. Shit. It's not a utility closet, that's for sure. none of these other choices really helped me, so we'll take the bedroom closet. We'll get 2 items. Okay. Silver key is good if... Okay. So here's our deal. So we know we're going to be digging up stuff because we did not get a workshop. So the fact that I have a battery pack and a compass, we didn't get a workshop. I mean, maybe these 3 rooms maybe one will be a workshop, but I don't have a utility closet either, so I won't be able to see what I draft there. But we know that this doorway is a security door, which will give us reroll dice. We'll set our reroll dice to 2, is what we know. So if this is a locked door, I can use my silver key, and maybe this will be some room with a doorway over here, and we can at least fill out our whole thing, right? Because we're going to put a room here, and we're going to put a room here for sure. The question is whether or not we can get a room there, because we won't be able to see what we're drafting there. To just try to, fill out the whole thing, get that trophy or whatever. Because I don't know what else we would accomplish today. Maybe we might buy the plushie at Mount Holly. Might be the other thing we accomplished today. I passed on the showroom when I had the opportunity. I did not see a workshop come up. I don't recall seeing a workshop come up, so I don't. But I'd like a workshop. But it wasn't an option. Alrighty, so let's... Oh, so I was working out how many keys do I need. I'm going to use basically all the keys I have on the locker room, because this requires an access card, and if this is locked, I'm going to use the silver key. So I don't actually, and I have a sledgehammer for trunks if they come up, so I don't really need these regular keys for anything else, so might as well go to the locker room and just see what I get there. If anything. Apple. Two apples. What if remember when I could have set my experiment trigger to apples? And I didn't. Nothing. Go over here. More keys. For more lockers. I'll take a picture of this, but this is a pointless clue. We know where room 46 is. We've been to room 46. So this clue is no longer helpful to us, I think. But... Alrighty, and then we've got... So if we encounter more keys and we still have steps, then we'll come back and do all those other, lockers. But honestly, the stuff it's going to give me is not going to be super useful. All right, go back through the... Nothing there. Already dug that up. I'm going to, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm going to go, dig up that spot in the spare bedroom because there's no reason not to. I've got plenty of steps. And it was a waste of time, waste of steps. Just waste my time. All right. So I think we've dug up all of those spots. We haven't dug up the foundation, which we can do, but we're going to go outside and dig up those other spots in the root cellar, outside the outside. And then we'll come up. We'll just come back and we'll come. I have an access card, so I can summon the elevator, so we can just come back to the foundation. Unless we end up with more keys, and then I'll come back in and go to the locker room. But otherwise, we'll just come up foundation and go back over here. It's another one of those disappointing days where it didn't give me what I was looking for the day. Like, I got the battery pack out of the coat check, on the assumption that it's going to give me workshop as an option at some point, and it never did. It never did. It's like, I have the compass, I have the battery pack, I know I need to craft an item that, craft a thing that uses those too, whatever that item ends up being, but it just refuses to give me the workshop today. So there's another key I could use in the locker room. Alrighty. So I dug up all of that and I got one key out of it, which I'm not going to detour all the way back to the locker room for one key, because I might need it for whatever this doorway is, so I'll just keep that one key. But so I'm just gonna come back up the foundation. It's another. I realize it's roguelite and it procedurally generates whatever, but it just seems like it very often seems like it's going out of its way to stymie me, to do the opposite of what I'm capable of doing. Like I've been banging on about. I got an access card. That's great. I very rarely get an access card. It chooses today of all days when I get an access card and I put the security level on high to give me 2 security doors in total. Now, a day or two ago, I put the security level on low before the first security door ever appeared. I never got an access card, didn't get a utility closet, and it pretty quickly gave me 3-4 security doors on low setting, right? And so it's just very inconsistent. And that's what's frustrating, is I understand it's procedurally generated, it's roguelike, but it's very inconsistent in what it does. It's either inconsistent, it's either randomly inconsistent, randomly, or it's very consistently paying attention to what I can do and then screwing me over. It's one of, those are the options, right? It's oh, we'll give you a workshop on a day when you don't have the we'll give you a workshop on the day that you don't have the battery pack and or compass. But if you have the compass and you got the battery pack, we are for certain not going to give you a workshop as an option. Or, oh, okay, hey, you have 6 coins right now. Do you want a showroom? No, I don't think I can buy anything showroom for 6 coins. Oh, okay. And towards the end of the day, oh, you have earned 20 coins? Well, we're not going to give you the showroom as an option. You know, it's just like it's very, very unfair. In that regard, like it really seems biased. That's the word I'm looking for. Like, I keep saying cheating, but I just mean it. It really, really seems biased. For all that it says it's random, it seems biased. I have plenty of steps, so I'm going to come over here. Just check my inventory. I've missed out on 2 fruit, 5 keys. 5 keys somewhere? Or are those in lockers in is that in the locker room maybe? Okay. I don't know which locker they're behind though, so that doesn't really help. And then 4 coins. But yeah, those 5 keys are probably in the locker room. I've got 1 key and I could randomly search for them and that won't help me. So like I said, I'm going to keep that 1 key for if I need it over here. All right, let's, by blind pull here, see if we can magically complete the house, right? I don't think there's any reason not to eat the meal at this point, but also there's probably no reason to eat the meal at this point. So I'll hold off on eating the meal because I don't think I need it right this second. I can... What is this? Oh, a key. Oh, okay. There's a key. I might go back to the locker room after all at some point if I have a bunch of extra steps and nothing left to do. Courtyard. Chapel. I won't spend the coin in the gift shop just yet. Reason being is that I could still potentially end up with a showroom. And then I would kick myself, right? So let's not do that. Let's not be rash. But I'll come back and buy the plushie if I can't buy anything else. Alright. So we're going into the dark room. We're going to do this one first because it will set our reroll die to 2. We don't know... Well, it is, but we know this requires a gem and does not take power. This is more rare by the dots and requires power. Well, I want a workshop which does not take power, or a showroom which does not take power. The showroom might require a gem. The workshop does not. I don't think the workshop is considered rare. So I'm going to, I've got 15 gems. So I'm going to do this one. Because this probably like might be pump room or something, I don't know. Or furnace or something, who knows. I'm going to do this one. Ah, shit, it's the kitchen. I don't need the kitchen at all. I do not need the kitchen at all. Okay, I should have done a different one. Well, There was no way for me to know. Okay, I'm going to use a special key. I'm going to use the silver key. So my options should be rooms. Okay, requires power, not gems. That's probably a furnace or something. Requires power and a gem. I don't think the pump room requires a gem, so so this could be pump room or furnace. This showroom does not, workshop do not require gems. Oh, could be art. This could be archives as well. This is supposed to be a room with multiple doorways because I used the silver key. What is the, well, I've got redraws, but I'm just going to do this. I didn't even use the redraws. What is it? This is, oh, it's an office. Oh, okay, it does give me a doorway. So we'll be able to complete the house today. We'll pick up the gem. Might as well pick up the coupon book. Just means the plushie will cost less, but that's not a huge deal, or not, that's not a big deal, really. Might as well spread coins, right? Actually, I'm not going to spread coins at the moment. Because we run payroll once a week and then we can spread coins. So if I'm not going to use the coins today, I don't necessarily want to spread them today, because that might reduce the number of coins available to spread on a future day before we can run payroll again, is the thought. All right, I've got 2 reroll die and I've got key. So let's, okay. I really want workshop or show. So I'm going to redraw. I don't really need to get into the antechamber today. I don't even have an allowance quest. So like literally there's no reason for me to go to the antechamber even though it's unlocked. I want showroom or workshop. I will take showroom. Absolutely, I will take showroom. Okay. Full house trophy. Moon pendant. From eating twice that many steps. So we definitely want the silver spoon. There's another trophy we can get if we buy out the showroom, and I think we can do it. Okay. So we needed more coins to buy the master key. I should have bought the master key before buying the... Anyway, it doesn't matter. Here's why it doesn't matter. So I'll walk in here because there's no reason not to. Pick up the basement key because there's no reason not to. I could open that door, but I'm not going to waste the steps on that. I'm not going to spend the steps on that, I should say. But what we can do is now we have a reason to spread coins throughout the house. Because now I just need to go pick up those coins. Run payroll. Payroll's already been run. Okay. Spread gold in the state. Spread gold now. Now here's the thing. I don't need to pick up every coin. I just need a total of like 80 or whatever. And the security office will tell me how many coins are available around. But what I need to do is go, see, I have 17 steps. I go to the dining room, and this would give me 30 steps from eating. But I have the silver spoon, which doubles my steps from eating. So it might give me 60 steps, and then I could just go pick up all the darn coins, right? But we did accomplish something. We got the trophy. We got a trophy for completing the house. We never have to worry about completing the house again, necessarily. We've accomplished that task. And if I can get enough coins, which I should be able to do, hopefully be able to do, to buy out the showroom, that's another trophy. So if there's coins in here, I won't be able to pick them up because I can't turn the lights on. That's fine. Don't need to spend any money on steps because I'm going to go to the... Oh, I shouldn't have walked in the kitchen at all. That's a waste of steps. Shit. I can still get to the dining room though, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I can still get to the dining. 1. I can't believe I detoured in the kitchen. I mean, I can believe I did it, but it was stupid of me to have done. So I'll go through the chapel a couple times. It cost me a couple coins, but that's unavoidable. So we go to the chapel. I have 12 steps. 1, 2, pick up whatever's in the boot there. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Treasure map, and I have a shovel, and I have access to every room in the house, and the treasure map should be worth 40 coins. And the treasure is right here. Okay. Well, that should be an easy 40 coins because that's the vault. So I'm still going to go to the dining room first. Well, first of all, before I leave the garage, there was a dig spot here, wasn't there? Yeah. Okay. And there's my metal detector isn't going off. There's no coins or anything else here. Okay. Got to watch my steps. I'm at 10. So gift shop, nothing to dig up. Blah, blah, blah. It's 50% off, so this would be like 55 instead of 110 or whatever, but regardless. But see, it's not really giving me 50% off. Like, they don't understand what 50% off means when, you know, like sales, 50% off, they say. But, or the, you know, the observatory says 50% off sale. No, it's not 50% off. Because if it was 50% off, I could have bought the item here that costs 80 when I had more than 40 coins. Because, you see what I'm saying? They don't know how to do their math. They do shopkeeper math, which is not real person math. But regardless, we'll go. I know I need to go over here to dig up coins, but I want to get my. Well, I've got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I have to come back over here to the showroom anyway. Oh, no, the vault. I can't get to the vault from here. I only can get the vault from this side over here. So yeah. We're going to the dining room. Coins spread throughout the house, so we just want to be aware that we're not missing any of those. I'm going to eat our meal. And this should be at least 30 steps, but supposedly we get double the steps because we have silver spoon. So is it going to be 60 steps? Silver spoon makes it, yep. So now we are at 66 steps. That's a shit ton of steps. We are fine on steps. We just need to get the coins. So, are there coins in here? There is not. Okay. Oh, I should have checked an item while I was there. What item do I want to check? I'll come back. I've got 60 something steps. I can come back. So from here, just because I have 60 something steps doesn't mean I need to waste them all. Hallway. Hallway, foundation, security, drawing room, courtyard, veranda, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So yeah, so we're going to go to the hallway. No, detector's not going off. Is there coins in the mailroom? There's a key. And a key we can take to the locker room. Okay. That's worth the detour, I think. And then... Okay, so now we go to the foundation. And from the foundation, we go to the security office. Metal detector is not going off. We will check our house inventory because it said it spread coins. So let's see how many coins are spread. 20 coins. Okay, which would not be enough by itself. So we do want to dig up the treasure. And 3 keys to be also found that could be used in the locker room, or may already be in the locker room. We don't need to reserve keys for doors because we've already opened all doors. So we just use keys in the locker room. Which is over this side of the house. Yeah. Okay, so let's... If we go up here, we can exhaust all of this, including digging up the treasure. And then we go over here, exhaust all of this. No, wait a minute. To get over here, we need to come this way. So no, because what we can do is we can come over here, exhaust all of this, come down here, come over here, exhaust all of this, then go out the entrance hall, then come back in the foundation, and then go that way. Yeah, that works. So in order to do that, we'll do pantry to courtyard. No, we'll go this. Yeah, we'll do pantry to courtyard. We'll go pantry courtyard and then up, and do all of that, and then just come back down. Okay. There was nothing in the pantry. There doesn't seem to be anything more in the courtyard. Drawing room does not have the coins or fruit or anything. Okay. Courtyard. Nope. Okay. I mean, this courtyard. No. Fucking closet. No. Nothing setting off metal detector. Veranda. No. Nothing setting off metal detector. I don't see a piece of fruit or anything. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Something set off metal detector. What is setting off the metal detector? Something set off the metal detector, right? What is setting off metal detector? Oh, key right there. Okay. Something must have spread keys throughout the house. I must have done a room that spread keys throughout the house. Oh, the locker room spreads keys throughout the house. Never mind. The locker room spreads keys throughout the house. That's right. Okay. So we got another key, which is good. We'll just check the sauna for anything. Spread to it. No. Okay. We'll do parlor. Doesn't appear that anything. Okay. Then we do. Wait a minute. I thought it was in the parlor. Did I not go to the parlor? Did I go the wrong direction? Damn it. Wasting steps. I'm wasting steps. Wasting steps. Okay. Coins. Ooh, coin, 2 coins and a key. Yes, please. And then from the cloister, we'll do the aquarium and the trophy room first. Okay, nothing here, nothing here. No fruit, no key, no coins. Okay, fine. Then we will go to the vault, and the vault is where we should be able to dig up. According to our treasure map, the vault is where we should be able to. Okay, there's a key. Nice. Now we should be able to somewhere around here, dig up treasure. There we go. Past this has always been, oh man, it's giving me gems. It's not giving me coins. In the past, it's always been coins. Ooh, that hurts. Because I need coins. I want coins, not gems. I have plenty of gems. I need coins. Well, that hurt. Okay. That was disappointing. All right. Whoa. But it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. It ended up being gems this time, not coins. Parlor. I cannot afford to screw up my step count. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we'll do that. So we're going straight down to the observatory. Looking for fruit or listening for metal detector for coins along the way. I should have checked the security office, but I didn't. I'm not going to spend the steps on it now. When I come up Foundation, I can maybe pop in there if I got enough steps. When I say check security office, I just mean the inventory to see how much I've picked up versus how much I haven't picked up so far. You know, what remains to be picked up, to be searched out for. So apple, we need the extra steps. Or I say need, I'm like, you know, covering the whole house twice takes a lot of steps. So there's nothing over here. Okay, we're back over here. No fruit, no coins. Okay. Entrance hall. Some coins. Okay, from the entrance hall. We'll go this way to the locker room, and then when we come back, we can go this way. So I will go, yeah. So we're going to go den. No coins, no fruit. I'm starting to be concerned about my steps. Commissary, not likely to have, or here's the deal. I peeked in and I don't see anything there. So I'm going to go into this courtyard, go to the bedroom, and I'll peek through that doorway. Okay, nothing to pick up here. Oh shit, this courtyard doesn't do anything for me. Fuck, because it doesn't connect. That was a waste of steps. Shit. Okay, it's coins. So maybe not a waste of steps, but still. Okay. So we have to go through the commissary to get to the spare bedroom. And there's nothing in the commissary for us. Spare bedroom, nothing for us. Costs me steps. Shit. It's going to cost me steps both directions. But I have to go to the locker room, essentially. Not the corridor. Not the spare bedroom. You have to come here. There are coins there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We might not have enough steps to get back to the showroom. Shit. I have to go to the locker room, so I don't have... There are coins right there, but it's to cost me 2 steps. What's this metal detector going off for? Is there something on the floor here, or is it just telling me about what's in the other room? Come on. If there's a coin or a key here, show it to me. Show it to me. I don't understand. Is it just talking about those coins there? I don't know. I may have screwed up my step count. I might fail at the showroom today. Coins are good, but also give me fruit at some point, please. All right. I'll take running shoes because why not? Even though they're probably not going to help me. I'm just very not impressed with running shoes, but whatever. Gems are not going to help me. Give me fruit. It's coins. It's not fruit. And I'm out of keys. So, there are some other lockers I was unable to open because I ran out of keys. I have enough coins, but I don't think I have enough steps. But we'll try. I think I'm going to run out of steps after all. Oh, apple. Thank you. It's only... Oh, because of the silver spoon, an apple is worth 4 steps. Okay, good, good, good. Reading nook. Do you have a piece of fruit? I need fruit. I actually don't need coins. I need steps. So then this courtyard, more coins, but I really need fruit or steps, right? If I can get to the kitchen, I can buy a few steps, and that would get me to the showroom. And the kitchen's a couple steps closer than the showroom. Okay, so here's the deal. We're gonna have to math this. I have 14 steps. From here, it's either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then 14, my day would end before I could buy food. Or I go outside and that's a few, and because this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Or I go outside and then come back in through the foundation. And that should be fewer steps. Like, let's call that 3 steps. 1, 2, 3, maybe. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're going to go outside because that is our only hope. Our only chance is to go outside where our running shoes are maybe a little bit more in our favor. Come back in this way. The running shoe actually doing something for us a couple times. Saved us a couple steps, apparently. Come back here. Summon the elevator. We should be able to make it from here with the 13 steps that we have. So if we buy out the showroom, I won't be able to go to the code check and check an item, which is a shame. We'll buy from the showroom, and if we have any money left over, then we'll go to the kitchen and buy more steps if we can get there. Right? So let's go up. We have to go not to security because we don't have enough steps. We're going to go to the hallway. And from the hallway, we're going to go through the dining room to the courtyard. Yes. Nothing more to eat there. I could eat those lemon wedges. Won't that give me a step? To the courtyard. To the chapel. It takes a coin. But we still have enough to buy out the showroom. Then we have to go to the boiler room. Because I'm not going to the gift shop. I'm going to the showroom. All right. Now, from here, the question, okay, I have to go to the dark room. Okay, so the question is, from here, I have 9 steps. 1, 2, I can get to the showroom. 3, 4, 5, I can get back to the kitchen. Or I can go to the kitchen now. No, we'll go to the showroom first and see how much money, and then that'll tell us how much money we have to spend at the kitchen. Because we should be able to do both. The running shoes actually saved us a few steps. Still probably not very worthwhile as an item, but you know, I'll give it credit today for saving me like 3 or 4 steps. Okay. We buy this master key. Opens all doors in the estate that can be opened with regular keys. And that might include the locker room, but I just don't have enough. That's why I should have bought the master key first instead of the chronograph. I should have bought the master key instead of the chronograph and then come back for the chronograph is what I should have done. Trophy of wealth. That's an extra 100 coins? Well, they didn't tell me that. They said buy out the showroom. I bought out the showroom. They didn't tell me that I needed an extra 100 coins. Now I know. You have to buy the trophy of wealth. Jeez, oh Pete. Stupid game. That is super disappointing. If I'd known that, I would have just spent the money on the stupid plushie. I literally bought all this stuff because the trophy said buy out the showroom. I bought out the showroom. It didn't say anything about this trophy of wealth at that time. You have to buy the trophy of wealth. That is retarded. That is absolutely retarded. That is so upsetting. I have 24 gems. That's a ridiculous number of gems. I did not do a laundromat. I don't have a laundromat today, so it's not like I can go. Well, I couldn't get 100 coins anyway, but I will go and I will buy as many steps as 7 coins will buy me, which is 1 coin shy of 15. Well, no, there's a sale today. There's a sale today. So I should be able to buy, yeah, that and that. $144 steps. What did this buy me? Oh, chef salad was like so many steps per room in the house. So now I have 144 steps. Wow, I can go anywhere. So yeah, but I just can't do anything more. I'll go over to the security office and see if there's any more keys or coins anywhere. I should have read the description and maybe not spent the money on the sandwich, because apparently this chef salad just gave me a shit ton of steps. If I had known that, I wouldn't have even had to like worry about steps. I could have just spent 3 coins earlier, right? Like when I was up here earlier, I could have just spent 3 coins on an endless number of steps and then not had to stress over my steps as I was going through the house to get back to the showroom. Unfortunately, 144 steps does not, if I had a laundromat, no, if I had a powered laundromat, if I had a laundromat connected to boiler room, which may have been one of my options, but then I wouldn't have been able to, do all the rest of the stuff. But in a day in which I have a lot of extra steps and a powered laundromat, I can convert those steps into like coins. But it converts all of your steps, right? Which then how do you go anywhere? All right. Anyway, let's see. Well, I will definitely be going to the code check. I will definitely be going to the security office. If there was just something I could do to just generate coins, I would. But I've already dug up everything I can dig up. All right, well, let's just... I have a real world limit on my time anyway, so let's just... And we're not going to use all 144 steps is what I'm saying, because there's just not enough to do. There's not enough ways to spend 144 steps. But that's ridiculous. That salad, that chef salad, that's ridiculous. I say ridiculous. I mean in a good way. I mean it was just like, oh my god, why did I spend 4 coins on 15 steps when 3 coins frickin' ruled? I didn't realize the chef salad could be that powerful, honestly. I mean, I probably should have, because I should have just read the description and done the math, but I didn't. So from the foundation, I'm going to go to security and see what I've missed out on. 6 coins. There's 6 coins somewhere that I have yet to pick up. Okay. I don't know where. But somewhere there are 6 coins. But 6 coins ain't going to do anything for me, so I'm not going to worry about that. So now I'm just going to go back here to the coat check. And then I think we're going to call it a day. With so many wasted steps and so many wasted gems. Look at that, 24 gems, 130 something, 7 steps. Oh my god. Talk about wasted resources, jeez. And I didn't even get the showroom trophy, the trophy of wealth, because that's stupid. Oh, well now give us 100 more coins to buy the trophy. Capitalists. I say it, being a capitalist myself, I guess, but still. Check an item. Which of these do I want to save for a future day? Well, here's the thing. We didn't get to build our item using the battery pack. Can I check the battery pack? Shovel. Oh, next. I have so many items. Okay, but a master key is super useful. But I might be able to use master key in the locker room. We're going to go check that out. So actually, I'm going to exit. I'm going to the locker room before I go to the, because I might be able to open up the rest of the locker room with the master key, right? So let's do that. We're going to hoof it on over to the locker room first, and then we'll come to the code check. Because who knows what other items are in the locker room. So foundation to... I don't even have to go down the foundation or anything like that. I just can just go through here. If I'm wasteful of steps, it really won't matter. Yes, gymnasium. Take steps away from me. Ooh, so terrifying. I can't believe I didn't just, when I was in the kitchen last, or previously, didn't just read the description and go, oh, I can buy 100 and something steps because I have silver spoon and it's doubling all my steps anyway. So when I eat, that was retarded to me. Okay, let's see if Master Key actually works on these lockers. It says doorway. It said doorways. It didn't say locker doors, but it said where regular keys could be used. So let's test it out. Nope. Master Key does not work on lockers. That is retarded. So the Master Key opens doorways, but won't open lockers. That is a retarded distinction. And given that regular keys will open both. But again, regular keys that open trunks don't, keys can open trunks, or lockpicks can open doorways, but not trunks. And so, and lockpick can't open locker. So we detoured to the locker for no good reason, is the point, is what we learned. Fine, okay, back to the code check, because we're not getting any extra items. I wish there was some. Oh, we should make a wish today. Save at least one coin for a future day, right? I don't think I made a wish yet. Did I already make a wish? Oh, no. There we go. Make a wish. And it won't let me trigger it 100 and something more times? Oh, no, I didn't have a lot of coins. I had one coin remaining. So we gave you my one remaining coin. And then what I can't do is I can't save these 100 and something steps or my 24 gems for a future day. And I don't have a freezer or the ability to get a freezer. Oh, well. Back to the pool. We're going to go to the code check and we will probably end our day in the code check. I can't, unless I can think of something more to do, which is doubtful. All right. So what item are we going to check? Well, we have ways to get shovel. We have ways to get magnifying glass, metal detector, sledgehammer. Key card's really hard to come by some days. Compass is not that rare a drop. Vault key 233 we already used. So I'm leaning towards putting the battery pack back into the code check for crafting on another day. But some of this stuff I bought from the showroom is pretty powerful. So the moon pendant I have to keep because that's going to randomly select 2 items that I get to start the next day with. Basement key I do not need. Silver key I used, didn't I? But it's going to let me potentially keep that. I don't know. I can generally get a silver key. Treasure map, it would let me use again, even though I've already used it. Master key now. Now, master key is something. And it's expensive. I'm going to code check the master key. No, I can get keys. Master key doesn't do anything that regular keys don't. Regular keys can do everything the master key does. So I'm going to go check the battery pack because I don't have a normal way to get a battery pack when I want it. That's what started in the code check. That's what I'm going to leave in the code check. All right, I'm going to call it a day. I've got stuff to do, real world. We got a trophy today. We just didn't get the showroom trophy as well, although I feel cheated out of it, honestly. And we got a vault safety deposit key for the vault, but it did not give us a sanctum key. So we need more safety deposit keys for the vault to eventually get a sanctum key, I'm guessing. I just don't know how many more vault keys I have to go through. I still don't know anything about the clock tower. We didn't draft one today. I don't even recall that if it came up. Maybe it came up and I passed on it. Yeah, so other than the full house trophy, we didn't really accomplish a whole lot other than the full house trophy. I mean, we got a shit ton of items, don't get me wrong. But, yeah, okay, it is what it is. So this was day 47. We're ending with 99 steps after having spent a lot of steps, and so. Mount Holly Archaeological Shopping Center. 44 excavated dig spots, 5 shop rooms. Total rooms 45. Rank reached 9. We could have made it 10. We could have opened up room 46 and gone to it if we so chose. And I had plenty of steps to do it. And I just didn't bother with it. Steps taken 244. We took 244 steps and we ended with 99 feet left. Items found 19. Jeez. That was a pretty wild day. But thank you for being with me on it. We'll see you for day 48. Have a good one. Bye.